Tony. Today we're going to talk about the nectars and why we make them and what exactly they do. And so if you have any questions as we go along, be sure to ask the questions so that you'll be able to get to the answer of any questions you have about the nectar and what they're about. Everybody who's here knows that we take the vat here and we fill it full of grape juice and we put some crystals in it, some powdered quartz crystals from the large crystal, just a minute amount of them in the solution, and then we gather around the vat and we do meditations, and then we do incantations where we sort of, people would say where you chant. It would be like a chant, but sort of more like a song. That we sing a sort of a song to what's inside of the vat. Everything in existence is living. No, there's no such thing that's dead. Everything has a life force in it, except it gets broken up. For example, atoms all have a life force in them. And these atoms vibrate and resonate at a particular level depending upon the kind of element that they are. And so when we get around the nectar of meditation, when we're making it, what we do is the practitioner who is transmutating or transforming the grape juice into the nectar of meditation. And we call it the nectar of the gods. And the reason it's the nectar of the gods is because in past history, people who have used the nectar over an extended period of time, they turn into gods. And gods meaning that they gain a capacity to deal with the elements and the motions of the cosmos and the universe, to the extent that they no longer are a pawn in the play of the universe, that they're a mover in the universe, and they cause the elements to move because they harmonize with it because of the use of the nectars. And so we call them, and other practices that go along with the use of the nectars. And so the meditation is made by a particular will within the people or the person who is, or the thing that is transforming the grape juice into this nectar. And what it does is sort of like you go up to a person and they can be in a real bad mood, and you're talking to this person. If you allow them to put their bad mood on you, you'll become in a bad mood too. And all this is a vibratory consciousness that they lay on you, and you become vibrating like they are, and you all of a sudden end up in a bad mood. This is the same thing as the plug-in phenomena, and most everybody here knows what that's all about. You can be real intimate with somebody and have sex with them, and you become like that person. You pick up on the resonations and stuff that are going on inside of them a lot easier than you would just by talking to them or being in the presence of them. You can go into a room where all the people are real happy, and you pick up on the air, the lightness and the happiness of what's going on in the room. So what we do is we imbue into the nectar of meditation a vibratory state that is suspended in time. It's not in time and space until one ingests it. And when one ingests it, what happens is the body breaks down the nectar and changes it into carbohydrates and different things within the body, the sugars that are in there and the alcohol. And as it does that, it releases its resonations. For example, it's like a neon atom that's going through in a neon tube. An electron goes through and stimulates the electrons, and it breaks its orbital path. As it collapses back into its orbital path, it emits a resonation. That resonation is on the frequency of light, and you see light coming out of neon lights. The exact same thing happens within the nectar of meditation. When you ingest it, you take a small amount of it inside of you. As your body assimilates it and breaks down its form into what it can use, it crosses the blood-brain barrier because of the alcohol and releases its resonation in your mind or in your brain, and that resonation puts you in a conducive state to be able to meditate. Now, at this point, for everybody who's seeing this tape and everybody who is here, every form of meditation is correct. Every form of meditation that a person is doing right now is the one they're supposed to be doing because it's the one they're doing, and everything is okay. And so don't worry about having to go out and change your form of meditation. If you use this nectar and you're not doing a form of meditation to say we do hear somebody who's seeing the video, The one that you can use the nectar of meditation with any form of meditation. It allows you to meditate. What it does is it allows you to turn your attention within because of the resonation, and helps you and assists you in cutting off all of the exterior drawings and wants and wishes that are drawing your attention out there. It allows you to put your attention within, and gives you a facility to allow you to transcend into your inner self and find it. Questions about the nectar of meditation? Why do we make it? Anybody has a question?
I have a question concerning the energy that's within the pyramid itself, the creative force that's within it. Is that the energy that transmutes the nectar, or is it the individuals that are meditating on it?
Very beautiful question. The reason we make it inside of the pyramid is because the pyramid is designed on the golden mean, the magic ratio, phi, the additive series, the Fibonacci series, all being the same thing, except different names for it. And in the environmental space inside of the pyramid is created a very creative environment. It's like a womb. It's like inside of a woman's stomach, or an animal stomach that's female, there's a womb. And there's a very conducive environment in there for a creative state, for something to be born and something to grow within there and then give birth or life to it as it comes out of the womb. The pyramid, you've all heard me say this many times, this is a womb inside of here. This is a womb of creation. And that's exactly what it is. And in the womb, there's got to be something else besides just the womb. We have the basic element, or the elements that we transmute the nectar from into, the nectar of meditation, and that would be the grape juice and some of the other ingredients that we put into it. And so we have the womb, and then we have the elements of the grape juice, and then the male force, or the gender, let's just say, or the masculine gender, is projected into, just like something is projected into a womb. And there it inoculates it and allows it, because of its state that it already has, being in the womb, it's being prepared for this. And in the combination of the two being together, the basic elements and the material there, and the inoculation of the male gender into the female gender, it transforms it into a living thing, a vibratory state of meditation, or a nectar of the gods. And when you ingest it, it releases its energy inside of you. Yes?
If the human body is constructed on the mathematics of phi, why doesn't it resonate from that point? Why does it need something additional?
Well, everything in nature is designed on phi until it gets distorted. Okay? It originally comes out that way. For example, let's just say when a note comes out of a horn, okay? It's a precise note when you're standing right next to it, right? But as you put a little distance between you and the horn, and you maybe move at a certain speed, it changes tone because of distance, speed, and time, and space, okay? And so it gains a distortion. And so what happens is you put distance between you and creation, by all the obstacles and things that you plant between you and it. You put yourself in a framework of distortion, which allows you to resonate at a different tone than your creation. And what the object here is to do is to gather oneself back and take out those obstacles between us and the creation, so we can be within creation.
So it's distortion through karma?
Yeah, exactly. Through the things that we do and our activities and things we take upon us.
It's a karmic distortion.
Yeah, it's a karmic distortion. Exactly.